Right, so more work done on the summer house. We've put all the beading around to tidy it up. There's a few bits that are not brilliant, like in that corner. I didn't bother trying to miter it all in looking nice, and the reason for that is because we're going to paint it. So if I was just going to be staining this wood, obviously I'd want every little bit to be perfect, but because we're just painting it, it doesn't really matter. We can slap some caulk over any little gaps like that, and then when the paint's on it, that will just hide it, cover it up. It's looking really good. I did spend a bit more time on this wall, the back wall, because I wasn't sure. I'm still not 100% sure on whether we're going to paint it or whether we're going to stain it or wax it, but I've got a few ideas, so we'll have a little look at that. But the rest of it's definitely going to be painted. It's all going to be painted white, which we're hopefully going to start today. Anna's out there just finishing off the outside, the last bit of the wise old sage that needs doing, and then she's going to come in and start helping me paint this. But for now I'm just going to whiz round with a caulk gun, fill in any little cracks that need to be filled in before we start. How are you getting on?
Yeah, good.
So Flower's there cracking on with the painting. She's using a little guide to help with the paint. Some people just paint straight over the glass and scratch it off with a blade afterwards, which actually I think is a really good method. However, we've put some plastic on here. It's like safety vinyl, just to make it a bit safer for the kids when they're out here playing, and I'm not sure what that's going to come off like, because we have got bits of paint in various places that's going to need to scratch off. If it doesn't scratch off, we might have to take the vinyl off and put some new vinyl on, but we'll see how that goes. We've nearly finished the outside now. This is just the last finishing touches, trying to get it done before that midday sun kicks in, and it's supposed to be another scorcher today. It's on 10 o'clock and it's absolutely scorching already, so let's see how much we get done before it gets too unbearable. So I just found some more wax in the workshop. This is called Browning wax, this one. This is the one that I did the other day. What I've done, I just stapled this bit of wood over the top and left it out in the sun to see how it discolours. So as you can see, so that pine's already starting to go orange, but where the sun's not been able to get to it, it's stayed the same pale colour that it was originally. I really like the idea of staining up a wall, so I'm going to try a little bit of this on the back of here and see what that looks like. Actually, I'm going to put it on the front of this one, just so I've got some sort of comparison there. Right, so as you can see, that it's a lot darker. So that's really darkened it down. I just need to imagine what this is going to look like. Do I do the lighter one or do I do the darker one? Hello, right. I finally made a decision, and I went with the rustic wax in the end to paint this wall up. It's not too dark. It would be a little bit darker than I was hoping for. Yeah, look at that. It really pulls all the detail out, all the little knots and grain, as opposed to unpainted. I love it. Okay, so to do this, I'm using a stabby brush. That's the official Upcycle TV name for one of these brushes, a stabby brush. Because that's why I call them this, because they're really good for really getting in. And for something like this, where I'm trying to get in all these cracks, that works really well. Also, when you're putting this wax on, it's just like painting in that you're trying to get it to go along the grain. If you do this, it's really going to mess it up. So, but what you can do as well is just using a cloth, or I'll just get that tissue, just wipe over it. Got too much in, obviously that gets it a little bit lighter, and you just see those little brush strokes are just disappearing. Just a little tip for you. Just finished the wall. I'm really happy with it. Looks really good. and when I was doing it, I was intentionally staggering where the cuts were. It actually worked out. It was about 1.5 the length of one of the boards. So if I'd have just stayed with that, we would have ended up with a kind of stepping effect across the wall like that. So I just started chopping up little bits randomly, fitting them in. And it's a bit easier to do that than say something like laminate flooring where the ends join in, but with this it doesn't, it just butts up. And I quite like that now we've stained it, because you can see those lines. It you know, really pulls them out where the wax has gone in. And also you can see the slight different colours between them, and that's because some of these boards are exposed to sunlight, and so pine it darkens down over time. And as we saw in those little test pieces, when it's left out in the sunshine, it discolours and it just naturally goes darker. It goes sort of like an orangey brown colour. So this is going to darken down from where it is today. It's going to get a bit darker and it'll become more uniform, so you won't notice the difference between these two bits, which is kind of a shame in a way, because I quite like that. You know, I like the pallet walls, because there was another idea that I had, that I could use pallet wood and do the wall. Again, I wasn't really sure at the stage what I was going to do, so I'm happy with this. What I'm going to do is to try and make this a little bit more obvious, is a bit of an experiment really, and just put a little bit more wax and darken some of them down, just to make some of them stand out a little bit. I don't know what it's going to look like. I'm going to have a go just putting a bit onto some of them, try and make that definition. I thought I might even put a little bit of the browning wax on some of them to again create that kind of contrast, and not necessarily the whole thing, but just more. Maybe on the ends. Like that, where we got a lighter one, because I think something like this it's all about the contrast. It's what makes it look good, is that real high tonal contrast, which makes it pop out. Yeah, and I like to experiment a little bit. What makes these things different? If it doesn't work, then it doesn't really matter. I can pull it back off, but let's see how it goes. Still filming?
Yeah.
Hope you liked the video today, guys. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you don't want to miss any of our content, subscribe to the channel and click the bell so that you get all the notifications. You can also follow us on Twitter @UpcycleTV, and we have a website where you can buy and sell furniture. It's completely free to use. upcycledirectory.co.uk.